Global traders are finding it increasingly difficult to export Iranian pistachios as U.S. and Israeli attacks disrupt logistics networks across the Middle East, threatening supplies from a country that accounts for about 20% of global pistachio production.
네. 세 번째 헤드라인인데요. 글로벌 무역업체들이 이란산 피스타치오를 수출하는데 갈수록 어려움을 겪는 것으로 나타났습니다. 이는 미국과 이스라엘의 이란 공격으로 중동 전역의 물류망이 교란되면서 전 세계 피스타치오 생산량의 약 20%를 차지하는 이란산 공급이 위협받고 있는 상황에 따른 것입니다. Here in Korea, we had the boom of the pistachio chewy cookies, was it? Oh, the Dubai, cookies for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's gone now.
It's kind of,
faded. Still there.
They're still there, but not as everyone's lining up to buy them.
But nonetheless, there is still a huge demand for pistachios across the world, and yet the supply is, there's trouble supplying it. Mm-hmm. So tell us more.
Yeah. So they're just it's hard to get them. It's hard to get your hands on them, and the prices have gone up.
Yes.
So they say that pistachio prices have surged to multi-year highs as the situation in Iran has disrupted exports and logistics through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran supplies up to a quarter of global exports, and it's struggling to ship its crop due to sanctions, of course, the conflict that's going on there, and even internet outages that is hindering trade coordination. And at the same time, there's been a boom in demand for pistachio-based products thanks to, the popularity that we've seen here with the whole chewy cookie craze, and that's been pushing prices up higher. So limited harvests and key producers like the U.S. and Turkey have tightened supplies even further. So that's been pushing prices up even more. And as a result, buyers are scrambling for alternatives, but replacing Iranian pistachios remains difficult due to their unique quality and already depleted global stock.
Right. So Iran produces about 20% of the pistachios in the world. And even before the Iran war, there was actually a big craze over the kadaipu. I think that's the main sort of the seeds, the crunchy things.
The crunchy stuff inside,
And that was obviously because so many people wanted it. So it was difficult to get that then. But now it's increasingly difficult to get it because the Strait of Hormuz has been blocked. So tell us about that.
Yeah, it's kind of worrisome, but they're saying that it's fine. They're finding it increasingly difficult. And that means you're perceiving some sort of task or situation, or it could be a skill as well, becoming progressively harder or more challenging or or demanding greater effort over time.
그렇죠. Find it difficult. I find something difficult. 그러면 난 이게 참 어려워. 라는 뜻이에요. 나한테 그렇게 느껴진다는 것을 find 동사로 표현할 수 있거든요. I find this easy. 그러면 나한테 이건 참 쉬워. 그런데 이제 가운데 increasingly가 들어가서 갈수록 나는 이게 어렵게 느껴져. I find remembering things increasingly difficult.
Yeah, as we get older.
Yeah, I used to have
everyone.
a very sharp memory when I was younger. I could memorize everyone's phone numbers, birthdays, sometimes even home addresses, my friends, you know, because I would go to their houses and stuff. So I had a really good memory, I think, when I was younger. Now, I find it increasingly difficult to remember even my own phone number sometimes.
Sometimes, even like my car number.
Yes.
I get confused. Yeah.
그러니까요. 자, 갈수록 이런 것들을 하는 게 어렵게 느껴진다. 지금 이렇게 한번 써봤는데요. 이 헤드라인 속에서는 global traders are finding it increasingly difficult to export Iranian pistachios.
Yeah.
그래서 이란 피스타치오를 수출하는 게 갈수록 어려워지고 있다.
Yeah. So like more and more. It's
Yeah.
becoming more and more difficult.
That's right. The Iran war is threatening supplies.
Yeah, threatening. So this means that it's indicating or suggesting perhaps the approach of possible trouble or maybe danger.
Threatening something, 위협하다, 위태롭게 하다가 되겠죠. 자, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. Global traders are finding it increasingly difficult to export Iranian pistachios as US and Israeli attacks disrupt logistics networks across the Middle East, threatening supplies from a country that accounts for about 20% of global pistachio production. Let's move on to the next headline.
The French government has decided to expand its €1 university meal program to all students, regardless of income, including apprentices, doctoral candidates, and civic service volunteers starting May 4th.
프랑스 정부는 그동안 일부에게만 허용했던 대학 구내식당의 1유로 식사 혜택을 오는 5월 4일부터 소득에 관계없이 모든 학생에게 확대 적용하기로 했습니다. 이로써 직업교육생, 박사과정생, 시민 봉사활동에 참여하는 자원봉사자 모두가 이 혜택을 받게 됩니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like how some Korean universities are providing the 1,000 won breakfast programs here in Korea. But France is expanding their €1 university meal program to all students starting May 4th. It's a benefit that was previously limited to low income and scholarship recipients. So the plan will allow up to 3 million students, including trainees and volunteers, to access subsidized meals at campus cafeterias by showing a valid ID, and the move aims to ease rising living and food costs, replacing the standard 3.3 euros meal fee. But there are, of course, critics to this, and they're arguing that the policy could strain public finances and risk lowering food quality. Officials say meals will continue to use organic, locally sourced ingredients prepared by professional chefs.
자, 누구든지 이렇게 1유로 학식 먹을 수 있게 된다. 이런 얘기인데요. 장점도 물론 있겠지만 단점으로는 그렇게 되면은 전체 여기에 들어가는 예산이 좀 타이트해지지 않겠느냐. 기존에는 장학생들에게만 줬던 1유로 이런 school meals를 이제는 누구에게나 주니까 뭐 다른 학생들은 원래 한 3유로 정도를 내고 먹었었는데요. 이제는 그거의 3분의 1 정도만 내면 저렴하게 좋은 음식을 먹을 수 있게 됩니다. 그래서 식사의 질도 저하가 될 수 있는 거 아니냐라는 얘기도 있어요. 학생들이 돈은 적게 내면서 이런 고품질의 음식이 나와야 되니까. 자, 표현 보겠습니다. It's regardless of what kind of student you are.
Yeah. So regardless of, that means without being affected by, influenced by, or taking into account specific factors, obstacles, or conditions.
그래요. 그래서 regardless of는 뭐뭐에 관계없이, 여기서는 regardless of income이라고 했는데 소득에 관계없이. What about a doctoral candidate?
A doctoral candidate means that you're a student that is in the final stages of their doctoral program. So it's a graduate student who has basically completed all their required coursework, and they're kind of focusing now on just writing their dissertation.
그래요. doctor가 여기서는 박사를 얘기하고 있기 때문에 doctoral candidate라고 하면은 박사 과정생이 되겠죠. PhD가 그게 원래 philosophy,
Doctor of Philosophy.
Doctor of Philosophy.
Yeah.
네, 그거죠. 그래서 doctor라는 게 그거 가지고 외국에서는 가끔 시트콤에서 유머로 사용하기도 하는데 I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Not the doctor,
Yeah,
you see.
not a medical
not
doctor,
a medical
yeah.
doctor. 뭐
Yeah.
이렇게 하면서 말하기도 하는데, 네. 박사, 과정생, doctoral candidate. 다시 읽어보겠습니다. The French government has decided to expand its €1 university meal program to all students, regardless of income, including apprentices, doctoral candidates, and civic service volunteers, starting May 4th. Let's move on to the final headline.
Italy's fertility rate has plummeted to a record low of 1.14 children per woman, well below the 2.1 replacement level, as delayed parenthood and a shrinking population of potential parents take their toll.
이탈리아의 출산율이 출산 지연 풍조와 잠재적 부모 인구의 감소로 인해 급감하면서 작년 합계 출산율이 1.14명으로 집계돼 역대 최저치를 경신했습니다. 이는 현재 인구수를 유지하기 위해 필요한 출산율 2.1명에도 크게 못 미치는 숫자입니다. Alright, let's talk about Italy's birth rates then.
Yep. We're talking about news staying in Europe. So they say that the number of births in Europe, or not in Europe, in Italy, fell to a record low of 335,000, while the fertility rate dropped to just 1.14 children per woman. That's well below the replacement level. And authorities there are saying that without continued immigration, they're warning that the population will resume shrinking, putting pressure on the workforce and public finances. They do say that life expectancy is continuing to rise, reaching 81.7 years for men and 85.7 for women. But despite this, they're saying that the country's population has stabilized after 12 years of decline, thanks largely to immigration, offsetting a sharp drop in births.
Interesting. Of course, here in Korea, our fertility rate is around 0.8.
Yeah, it's lower than 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we see stories like this, it does seem relatively higher.
Yes.
However, if we just look at each individual country, they are seeing a big drop in the rate of babies being born. Let's have a look at the replacement level.
Yeah, so we're talking about fertility. So the fertility rate, which is 2.1 children per woman in developed nations, and that's when we're talking about the replacement level, that's the required rate for a population to exactly replace itself from one generation to the next without migration.
자, replacement level. replacement라는 게 대체한다는 뜻이 있으니까요. 지금 인구 얘기죠. 현재 인구를 유지하는데 필요한 대체 출산율, 출산 수준을 얘기하고 있습니다. 수치상으로는 이 합계 출산율이 2.1명이 돼야 현재 인구가 그대로 유지가 되는 거죠. 50년 후 그런 식으로 다음 세대에도. 그러나 지금 거기에 많이 못 미치고 있는 실정입니다. 그럼에도 불구하고 아까 캐런 선생님이 이탈리아의 인구가 근데 계속 유지가 되고 있다라고 했어요. 근데 그거는 이탈리아로 이주하는 사람들이 많아서 그렇습니다. 사망자 수가 현재 이탈리아의 출생아 수보다 많은데 해외에서 이탈리아로 이주하는 사람들이 수십만 명이기 때문에 그 숫자가 어느 정도 offsetting, 충당을 하고 상쇄를 하고 있는 모습이죠. 이탈리아의 전체 인구가 5천만 명 정도더라고요.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to us. Let's have a look at take a toll.
So that's an idiom meaning to have a serious adverse effect causing damage, suffering, or harm over time.
그래요. 그래서 take a toll이라는 것은 타격을 주다, 피해를 주다, 악영향을 주다. We often talk about stress, taking a toll on your body.
Yeah.
스트레스 많이 받으면 그게 몸에도 영향을 미치죠. 그렇게 많이 씁니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. Italy's fertility rate has plummeted to a record low of 1.14 children per woman, well below the 2.1 replacement level, as delayed parenthood and a shrinking population of potential parents take their toll. All right. Well, that's it for the headlines this morning with Karen Choi.